Welcome back, all subscribers. Who am I, the undisputed champion, like the king of life? Anyone new? I am Big Money Carl, Champion D on YouTube. Like, subscribe, share, get out to more people if you love to be inspired. Go for your dreams. And after you get on this channel, it will happen. I can confidently say that because with the Reverend Knight teachings, you can't lose with the stuff I use, but you got to use it. That's a fact. It's Espresso conversation. It comes to you wherever you are around the world. Sit down, take a break. Obviously energetic. You can't really sit down. Oh yeah, you're gonna really sit down. Oh, yeah. No, I'm just joking around. But let's get serious. This is where I call myself out on my BS. And I'm gonna be honest. This is me talking to camera. I have great advice. And sometimes I'm like telling them, be gentle on yourself. And I'm like, what the fuck? You're the hardest on yourself sometimes. I don't know why I had to do that for a fact. Just roll with it. But the patterns are a little trickier than I thought, because these have been ingrained since I was, born. I'm gonna be real. This is real. At times, not enough. And at times, God bless my dad. I love you, Dad. This is no disrespect to you or the family or anything. But when you hear, in a joking way, you can't do that, or don't get me wrong. He was the one that pushed me to inspire me, that I got my cure. So I'm thankful to you, Father, for everything in my life. And without y'all be dead, that's a fact. Because without the military, that's why I always be from the military till the day I die. It kept me alive. And my father, that put that 20 years in the Air Force. At the same time, it wasn't neither wrong or right. But in that family, they always would tease each other to the point where sometimes people would cry. And then he would do it to me, and but that's why I'm a warrior. That's why I'm a lion. That's why I'm a tiger, because of that too. But yeah, it did hit your self-esteem, because when you're hearing you're a chooch, or you didn't do this right, or you can't do that right. A chooch, anyone in Italian, it means a donkey, so it's not very flattering. So then, you would just second guess yourself. So yeah, now I'm that confidence in me and loving me. I have such a big heart. I took care of my father, but that's old school mentality from Italy and Cuba, that you take care of, your mother and father. And my mom, God bless her, she doesn't, need taking care of. She can still, work and do everything. And I've been blessed with amazing family. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't have that story, the sob story that we lived in the ghetto, or we didn't have any money, and there's nothing wrong or right about that either way. And there's no reason to feel sad or embarrassed or any of that BS, because when you're born into the family you're born into. And we lived upper class, rich upper class. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. And so, when I was younger, I got handed, cars and stuff and all that. And I was always greater, but I didn't really appreciate it till I bought my first car when I was, circling my own money. It was a 2002 Durango when I was I think it was 2012 when I got it later than that, 2015, somewhere around there. But I manifested that. My vision board, you laugh if you see it, it's all stick figures. It's not like the typical get the picture. No, I'm new with the stick figure, but it still works. But I wouldn't look at it. I just put a vision board and I put it away. I didn't look at it every day. But there's patterns that keep replaying, and I'm like, oh, I thought I was done with that pattern. I guess not. And it's a heavy overgiving pattern. I'm working on it. It's not easy because I have a huge heart. I can't help it. And I'm learning that it's okay too. It's okay. And I really unconditionally love you after everything I've been through. King of Light. Yeah, I might not be the best style that I communicate, but it's honest and it's straightforward and it's from the heart and there's no bullshit in it. And if people have dealt with bullshitters all their life, they come across someone real, then they don't know what to do with it. But that's neither wrong or right. That's just what life throws at. I'm wearing these nice clothes. Am I going anywhere today? Am I going on date? Hell no. I'm going to the store to get gas. But why do I have to wear that? It's a teaching that I learned from Reverend Knight. It's deservability. I deserve these nice clothes. I deserve these nice jeans. I deserve that nice car. You want that nice car? You want that nice house? Feel worthy of it, but I'm going to tell you from experience, that doesn't make me. I'm grateful for them. I'm grateful for it. But what makes me is my heart, my soul. I'm a faithful, honest guy, and good man. That's what makes me good character. My dad taught me that, and I live by that, and I'll die by it. If a man doesn't have his word, he has nothing, and that's so freaking true. You think you're gonna go in the car with someone that doesn't have their word, or are you gonna go with the man or woman that has their word, that you know has been there for you? Think back throughout all of your journey. Who are the people that have really been there for you? Even though you might have did them wrong, they still gave you the love. They still gave you the love. They didn't go to the lower frequencies. And if you have people in life, keep them in your life. They're out there, but it's like this. They're hiding in the shadows. But once you open to your authentic, then they can flow through. I never know what is coming through here because it's coming through the higher self, it's coming through my angels, it's coming through my spirit guides, and I'm talking on the camera, and if this can help someone else, the oldest saying that I always learned, don't judge the book by the cover. For example, like you look at them online and you think, oh, they're married, or they just, go out with a lot of men or a lot of, you don't really know their personal life. So until you really know them and you start to really invest in your time and energy to do that, then you're just making a quick judgment. Now, if your intuition or if your gut is screaming at you something like, hey, okay, no, well then that's different. But don't confuse the gut with the fear. That these are things that can really help you. If you let it help you, it will help you. If not, it's just me talking to camera and it's helping me. And yeah, I have to have a chip on my shoulder because I got sick of hearing that my whole life. Like when I would say my condition, oh, I'm so sorry. I said, no, I don't need that sorry. Yeah, it would get me upset because I'm thinking to myself, you wouldn't even say that if I didn't bring it up with my condition. I bring it up because it's a strength, not because it's a weakness. Ain't nothing weak about me and never will be. And it's my duty that when God saved me, it's my divine duty. When he saved me, when I didn't die in that hospital, because I shouldn't even be here talking to you right now, and everything I've been through and in the streets and all the lessons I learned and the hard lessons. Yeah, so it changes your perspective. When, I'm going to be real. This is not something I like to get into because it's very vulnerable. It was way back. It was like when I was 18, so it was way back. But I still remember it. When I was in the wrong place at the wrong time in Southeast DC, I was, doing stuff I wasn't supposed to be doing back then. I'm no bull. These Clint Eastwood, those big 45 like that. All four of the guys tried to rob. Well, they did. They robbed me for $10. $10. $10. And you're like, well, give me your wallet, and on my phone, and it had my information about the military base and the cards and all that. I said, you're gonna have to kill me for that. And they said, this guy's crazy. And then I start to think to myself, back then I was like, wow, that was really crazy. But I knew God as the angels and protected. Why am I saying this right now? I'm not saying it for any reason. Only the reason is it's the truth. So it kind of changes your perspective in life, that you start to be grateful for everything when you've had those kind of experiences. Some can relate to that, some might not. Some might have been in a different way, might have been sexual abuse. And if I trigger anyone, I'm not trying to. I'm just, that's what just came through. And, you know, it never was your fault. Spirit said that. So don't ever think that. And that's the thing that I come up with sometimes with God, source, infinite intelligence, whatever you want to call it. I start to wonder, like, God, why would you let those things happen? Like, for example, me in the DC and all that. Well, I guess that was a lesson I had to learn. But now, after all of that, I'm grateful for that because it made me appreciate life. And then walking through St. Jude, because I'm a St. Jude kid, and seeing all those little kids, leukemia, and they have a bald head. Yes, you know, real money make people cry on here, but it's fact. And I start to say, they say like, I'm the hero. I said, nah, you're the hero, not me. And I would buy them a little toy every year. I'd go there when I go for my checkup. And I would ask the mother and family before I would give them the gift. It's like a little teddy bear or something. I don't know. I just always bring 3 or 4. And 3 kids that God just told me to give to them. I don't know, I just walk up to them. And most would accept it. But some people's family, they didn't accept it. And for whatever, pride, ego, I'm gonna tell you one thing that I learned too. Pride and ego can get in a lot of way, like in your life, if you let it. But that's your choice. I'm not telling you either wrong or right. I'm talking from experience. That someone would want to help me or be with me or whatever it is, or my pride and ego would get in the way and say, no, I don't need help. But that's one of my programs. I knew that. And when I finally let it go and you're on the journey of discovering yourself, then you start to realize those things. And some people in this life never go on the discovery of the journey of themselves. And that's fine too. There's nothing wrong or right about, either way. Whatever is best for you, do that at the end of the day. Don't do what, don't do what's best for me. Do what's best for you. But put that love of you, because that's the best relationship that I have is with myself first. Then I can extend it, to the world and, to the right woman that God, she's already on mine already. I know her, and already communicating, and she knows, and she's communicating with me. But it's poquito. It's small. Let's just start small. I understand that. I have this issue. I do have this. I'm not gonna lie. That in the tarot, I want to go right to 10 of Cups, but I started to realize that you can't skip those little journey steps because those are the most beautiful part to getting to that. That's my perspective. You can have your own, obviously. I don't even know why I did share that thing about DC, but I guess someone needed it. But so on top of all that, and then dealing with my medical condition, so some people, they love the dating apps and it works great. Good, that's great for them. It never had for me in the past, and I just kind of gave up on that because I started to realize that I'm just gonna focus on me and love of me, and God bring the right one, and that's it. And I'm not looking for it, and I just look for myself to love who this infinite, unlimited being, not this ego, who this infinite, who the soul is talking through me right now. Not the ego, like, yes, I love material things like the next man or woman. Yes, I do. I'm not going to sit here and be a hypocrite about that. No. I love money in space. Why? Because I got big things to do in this world. It's going to take a lot of capital, a lot of dinero. So that's why it can help the ones that wants to help. And my goal, and I know I'll achieve it, and no one's going to stop it because it's been protected right now through Yeshua and Divine Right and Archangel Michael and all the angels. I'll put it out to the universe. I'm going to have my own, Reiki studio, apartment there, whatever it is. Or my own apartment that I convert to a Reiki studio. I'm going to make it like they come on in, there's a jar, there's a donation. You at the end, if you want to donate, great. And if you don't, well, then it was free. Why? Because I'm doing God's work. I do deserve the money. Of course I do. But I don't know what God is putting me to do it that way. I don't know why. But the only problem when you do it like that too, you might have people that, waste your time like that. So it's like you got to put a limit to the free, times they can come in, because you know how that goes. I don't even know why I'm getting to the logistics of it all. This is way in the future that I'm bringing to manifestation. I have great knowledge inside of here. God and the angels are bringing it out. And a lot of this stuff could really change your life for the better. And that's all I wanted at the end of the day for you. The good intentions, good luck for you. And your success. Bravo. You're more successful than me. And it's not a competition. I'm competing against myself. That's all the only person I will always compete against. And don't ever look at those little things. Go back to when you were the first grade spelling bee and you got that ribbon. Look at that in your room. I don't know, someone got a red ribbon. Look at that in your room. Those trophies. No one could take that from you. And bask in those achievements. Doesn't matter if it's little or small. Used to play professional golf. You know I'm talking to you right now. Beautiful. You used to, or you got your psychology degree. Beautiful. I'm talking to you. You were going to do the movies and it didn't work out the way that you wanted. Well, you know what I realized? I'm grateful that didn't work because I wouldn't have met you. And I'm not, that's no hate, no. Because you just would have took a different path. I would have took a different path. I never would have known you. But I want to inspire every single one of you out there to really dive in for your dreams. What's the worst can happen? Oh my God, you might actually achieve it and get it. Whoa, stop. That can't be happening. Yeah. And then the other scenario, oh, you fall, it didn't work. So what? Let's get up and make another dream. That's a beautiful thing. Every day you're alive, the next day, there's still a chance, there's a reason why God, Source, Infinite Intelligence, whatever you want to call it, is keeping you here. So never doubt it. And yes, talking to a lot of people probably might have stuff that you did in your past that was horrible. Me included. I'm not sitting here, but I forgive me for those lessons for whatever reason, and God forgives me for me. When you start realizing that stuff, this is my perspective. You don't have to agree. This is what helps me. If you can get value, I appreciate if you like it. So it goes to someone else to help someone else. Share it. Please. I really can't do this without you. I mean, it's a fact. And sometimes I'm grateful for every single subscriber, don't get me wrong. But I'm wondering to God, like, well, why does this channel has 10,000, or this one has 5,000, this one has 2,000, or this one has even more than 700 subscribers, whatever it is. And God came through just now. I have you hidden for a purpose. When it's time, it will be revealed. I don't understand that. That's what I just got. I don't even understand it, but that's what I just channeled. I guess I'm proud. Well, not guess, can't say. I'm proud that I have old school values, old school morals, old school open the car door for your woman, close the car door for your woman, treat her like the queen she is, and I'm the king, so you treat me like a king, you treat me with respect. Because if there's no mutual respect, I talked to many people in marriages that didn't work. No mutual respect, then of course one's gonna go do something outside the yard. You know what I'm talking about. No judgment either way, because that's not my business. I'm not the one to judge anyone. It's up to God, source, infinite, whatever you want to call it. That's the only one. So if you're right with him, her, mother, guy, whatever it is for you, and you have nothing to worry about. You've done everything from your pure heart, and no manipulation, none of that. Just doing it from your heart and soul. I've done manipulation in the past when I was younger. I'm not proud of it. I'm not, but I learned. I'm a rare one. You're a rare one. So why are you trying to follow with all the rest? Spirit said, you're meant to stand out. I love you and keep going. Have a beautiful night and day. And sending you great luck, of course, and beautiful amounts of money in every area, like that. Blessing to you and your family. And Archangel Michael right now. And St. Michael, I don't know, for some of my subscribers, I don't know if it's ex-boyfriend or girl, but doing black magic right now to try to get you, to just try to confuse you, to bring you back so they can just hurt you some more. I'm sending that away. If you want to get back to them, then you don't need to, that's your choice. But I'm doing this for the ones that don't want it. Archangel Michael, protect you and send it back to them 10 million fold, not to mess with my subscribers. So it is. Thank you, Father. I was guided to do that. I don't know who that was particularly for. And cleanse any of those self-doubts out. So thank you, Father. Let's get to the cards. It's for entertainment purpose only. I got to get into that. I don't know why. I guess you're on this. You have to say that kind of stuff. So, okay. Here we go. We're doing 2. Okay. 2. Let's see what the spirit guides and angels for the highest good of the collective, what they need on their journey. Believe me, I worked through some self-sabotaging behaviors recently. I'm not sitting here, I'm not just sitting here like, no. I have. Still work on them. Protection seeds. Oh, see, you can't even make that up right after I did that. So now let's put some extra protection for the angels, spirit guides. So thank you, Father. Thank you for coming through. And ancestral magic of you. Activate. And let's get to these cards. And here we go. I really appreciate your time. You don't have to circulate it, but you are. So I appreciate you so much. Thank you. All right. Elaborate. Transition to a higher level of being. Raising your energetic vibration, enlightenment. Activate. So thank you, Father. On 3 rays of light, balancing male and female energies, peace and harmony. Activate. So thank you, Father. I don't know, some people would ask like, well, you don't go out and no, because my energy is precious and I don't have to be around a lot of different energies. It's just, I don't like that. Like personally, I like going up to the high vibe, great, but not everyone can. My energy is royalty energy, and I'm not Now, that's no BS. It's royal bloodline of my family from Italy. And it's not being, oh, that's not, no, that's mine because God ordained that. That's why your energy is royal too. But do you want to accept that God and the angel said? That's your choice. I'm not here to say what's wrong and what's right. That's, at the end of the day, it's your discernment, your gut to use. Have a beautiful day, and I love you. And I'm going to say something. If you're going through that breakup, the fastest way to get through it, this is what's helped me because, well, I haven't had a relationship in over 4 years, so I'm about relationships because it's been so long. But for example, the breakup, what helped me was going inside and meditating, looking at myself, looking what I did to cause it too. It's not just the one person. But I started to just love me even more. And I watched those videos of, for example, I love the old movies. That helps me calm down. I love dancing. Woo, I love music. That's what I do. That to bring me up in that uplifting. I love Bob Marley because to me, with that music, you can't go wrong. That was to me, King of Consciousness. About you. Rest in peace, Bob Marley. That's my particular thing. Whatever is for you, I don't know. That could help you. Great. And I'm blessed because I'm alive. You're blessed because you're alive. If you got 1 penny, or you got, I don't know why Spirit haven't been, or 1 quarter, right there, I'm gonna hit you on a technicality. You're not broke. You got that? You're not broke. So stop, cross out all that broke idea. Let's nail it to the cross. It's no good. We don't need you. We don't want you. So it is. Thank you, Father, for whoever wants that. I love you and have a beautiful day or night, wherever you are. And keep being you.